I would just like to welcome everybody here to our Sunday evening. This is Everyone Has a Testimony, or Everyone Has a Story. It's just today's stories are going to be stories about the incredible nature of the Micro Daily products. My name is Jeff Ashby. My wife and I are ambassadors for Engage, and it's so grateful. We're so grateful to be here. I say we're, but Helen right now is over in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. There is a big Christian women's conference that is going on over there. And so she went over with several of the ladies from this area. And it's just a chance for them to all rub shoulders and be on the same page. And so uh, I knew that today we were going to be doing this here on the special 25th, and it does say Jeff and Helen. And our picture was out there in the promotion, but if Helen could be excused today, I would certainly appreciate it. So thanks again, everyone, for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get everybody muted. And Dr. Prasad, you'll just need to unmute at that point, and I will, let's see, get myself spotlighted. Again, my name is Jeff Ashby. Welcome to Everyone Has a Story. This is once a month, usually the third Sunday of the month. We have an opportunity to get together and hear each other's stories about the efficacious nature of these products. But before we really get underway, we need to make sure that we are protected from a legal standpoint. And so if you'll follow along with me, I'm going to read these words that I just pulled over onto the screen. These statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is solely for educational purposes only and includes recent advances in research on micronutrients. Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our products diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. However, Engage's products are formulated to address nutritional deficiencies and supply the body with the required nutrients. It is important to note that nothing here is meant to be a substitute for professional medical treatment or a consultation with your primary healthcare provider. Interestingly enough, as I just read the disclaimer, it says in there, recent advances in research on micronutrients. And while you're getting your testimonies together, your stories in line, we'd like for you, as you're explaining them, to be as comprehensive as possible, but eliminate the use of medical terms. Dr. Prasad, our special guest here today, is the world's foremost expert on micronutrition and supplementation. And I'm just going to pull this up onto the screen so that everyone can see when we're talking about recent advances in research on micronutrients. I just want to pull this up as we introduce Dr. Kedar Prasad. This is what we're talking about when we're looking at recent advances in research. This is was just posted up on the internet and in this World Journal of Pharmaceutical and Life Sciences, the beginning of March. So we've got April, May, June, July, and August. So within the last 4 or 5 months here, this is the significance of what we have access to, Dr. Prasad. And it's exciting to see that the advent of wireless communications technology has led to increased exposure to EMF radiation that has enhanced the risk of adverse health effects in humans. So this entire article was published and just 5 months ago. So exciting to have access to this and be here ready to really hear people's experiences. Hello. Yes, go, Dr. Prasad.
Hello.
Okay, looks like he got a call just like I got a call. So,
No, I just...
Yeah, Dr. Prasad, we're going to pull you up here onto the screen.
Okay, thank you.
And you know, we're just both of us are fielding calls from others, and I just want to say thank you, Dr. Prasad, for being here, for being part of this incredible Micro Daily family. And Dr. Prasad, you and I just kind of get to sit back and hear the testimonies.
Yes, love to. Looking forward to.
This is our a day when we get to hear how well people are um, experiencing the products and what the responses are in people's bodies. And so
Yes.
if there's someone that would like to be the first one, raise your hand, get it up there so that we can acknowledge you and you can come forward and share your stories about these incredible micro daily products. So be the first, step up there. I know as we get towards the end, it gets crazy and we can't get everybody squeezed in. So looks like we have Gretchen Daniels that has already raised her hand. She's desired to step forward. And so Gretchen, if you will go ahead and unmute yourself, and are you in a place where you can turn your camera on so that we can see you?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. Okay.
I
All right.
wish, but no, I'm not.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you, Gretchen,
Um,
for coming forward and just at least sharing your story. So go ahead.
okay, well, the main thing that I'm super excited about is that I went to do a bone density test. Now, this is after my cancer treatments and radiation and all the other stuff they pumped into me. But so they were telling me beforehand, I had broken my ankle in two places, the fibula and tibia. And so when that happened, they told me that I had the beginning stages of osteoporosis and other issues. So since the cancer, and because the cancer came after that, and the TIA was before the cancer. So it's been a roller coaster ride for the past 3 years. And I started taking the micro daily, and to make a long story short, which I could go on about it because I'm super excited, but they did a bone density test and told me that I had no signs of osteoporosis. And I was like, what? And I said, what about, you know, my leg and all of that? And she said she sees no signs whatsoever of osteoporosis. And so the blood work that they did, all of my lab work has improved. I was, of course, deficient because of all the surgeries and whatnot, but when they did the last lab work in July, she was like, well, keep what you're doing, keep up what you're doing, because your lab work looks great. And, they were saying that I have the white coat syndrome where my blood pressure will go up when I'm around doctors because I don't know, I don't like it. And so when I went in, she said, I need to take your blood pressure. And it was just 134 over, I think it was like 78 or 79. And normally it was 154 over 80 something. And that was my white coat syndrome. So now my white coat syndrome is just a little bit of elevation. And I have not been taking the blood pressure medicine. I've just been doing the CBD and the apple cider vinegar, and that's
Wow.
it. And I take my blood pressure, and it's like 120 something over 78. I'm so excited because I don't like taking medicine anyway, but to be able to feed my body what it needs and to get these kind of results, I'm super excited about it. I thank you so much, Dr. Prasad, for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you are feeling good.
Yep. Thank you for leading out with such a strong story. Thanks so much. All right. So we have one of our legacy leaders here, Beth Sturdivant, that has her hand raised. And so, Beth, you're next, and then we're waiting for those that are going to raise their hands after Beth. So, go ahead if you want to turn your microphone on, your camera on, your hand is up, and we'd love to acknowledge one of our legacy leaders here, Beth. if you're in a place, I know Beth has quite a team, and she's uh, posting this out for others to be on and be part of it. Almost 50 people here with us today. And those are just the open lines here with Zoom. This is also being streamed live to YouTube. So great to have you here. Beth, your hand is up, and we'd love to hear from you if you're at a place where you can open up your microphone right now.
Okay.
Yes.
I had to switch over to the phone, so I don't know if you've been calling for me or what. But anyways, I've been out walking, so I look a little rough. I just want to say that 3.5 years ago, I was very sensitive still to the electromagnetic fields, and to totally have my freedom back. Even when I use a blow dryer or a curling iron, I think about that every time, because I could not use a blow dryer. I couldn't be around a washing machine or dryer. The refrigerator, if it went on and off, it bothered me. Any type of light, a dimmer switch, a fan, just everything bothered me. So what I want to leave for today is, if you're just starting this product, what you want to do is just be consistent, stick to it. You're going to have so many results. The longer you're on it, the more results you have. And so this is not a get quick fix product. I mean, some people can, get benefits right away and start feeling great or whatever, but there's so much going on internally in the body that you can't feel everything going on. So that doesn't mean it's not working. And so I just want to encourage people to stick to it and make sure that you're very consistent. Try to take the product at the same time every day, because that's what when the body feels safe, that's when the body performs. So that's what I would like to say today. And thanks, Dr. Prasad, always.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Beth.
Yes, and Beth and Dr. Prasad are both going to be with us at our at Zermatt.
Zermatt, yeah.
Yeah, here just about goodness, 3.5 weeks away, 3 weeks.
Yeah, very soon.
It'll be exciting.
Time
My
goes.
goodness.
I'm looking forward to.
We are too. So, Horace, you've got your camera open, and it looks like you're ready to share a little bit here with us. Go ahead and tell us what's going on in your world as far as your stories about the micronutrients in microdaily. Go ahead.
Well, okay. Can you hear me good enough, Jeff?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Great. Well, in January, I had what they call heart failure. I didn't have a heart attack. I had heart failure. And so I went to the hospital and the doctors checked me out. They said there was no blockage in the heart and there was no damage done to it. And they classified me as asymptomatic, of having no symptoms. They said, okay, with your age, you have a history of heart failure and we don't see any symptoms. And so we were just talking in general. So he was telling me about the medicines and why I should take the Eliquis and the Entresto and Corvatadol and those different things. And I said, well, okay, I understand. I said, but I'm also taking something else that's natural. So he said, well, you got to be careful with those natural products because they're really not what they're cracked up to be. I said, Doc, I'm going to tell you the truth. I have so much faith in the products that I'm taking. I'll stop taking your medicine before I stop taking. So he said, you've got that much faith in those products? I said, yeah, I've been taking them over a year. You just told me I'm asymptomatic. I have no problems with my heart whatsoever, even though I had heart failure. So he says, well, it seems like you're doing pretty good. I says, you know what, Doc? You should try some of these products as well. You would be doing good too. So we had a big laugh over that. And so they told me what they would like, because he said the top valve of my heart is still opening and squeezing like it's supposed to. It's called equivalent a little bit, but it's still opening and letting the blood in. The bottom, he said, is doing great. So what they decided was they wanted to put a pacemaker in. And so he explained the pacemaker, how it would work and everything. And then he says, this one won't have a defibrillator on it because your heart is not in that kind of a shape. So he says, you'll just have a pacemaker. So I've been taking my Micro Daily products consistently every single day, and I don't have any problems. I had a little swelling up here where the pacemaker is, which is right here, but that's gone down. I'm able to sleep on both sides of the body now with no problems. And I used to itch like crazy, but that's gone away. And so I am truly happy with taking my Micro Daily products. And for the rest of my life, I'll take my products. And I want to thank you, Dr. Prasad, for
Thank
creating
you, thank you, thank you.
that is truly helping thousands of people have a better quality of life.
Thank you. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
to hear it.
That's amazing. And thank you for coming forward and sharing that. You know, it's
That's amazing.
yeah, you know, Dr. Prasad, even though he's under Western medical care and his doctors are working with him, to have that strong
Quality of life. I mean, that's very important. He's having a good quality of life and regular treatment. That's why we always say that.
Yeah, I'm almost up there with you, Dr. Prasad. I'm 86 and going strong.
Well, that look very good. You look like,
Thank you.
well,
Thank you.
yeah, only a few years younger than me, but you know.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you again, Horace, for coming on. That was just
Quite
superb.
welcome. Quite welcome.
All right. So I see here in the chat that we have Linda Ivan that says that she would like to add to Beth's story.
Sure.
So Linda, if you're available, love to. There you go. Your microphone. Go ahead, Linda. Your microphone.
Yes, thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Dr. Prasad. I joined Engage Global in November and started taking the Core 4. And because of my age, I was also, well, the Digest Boost, obviously, and I did add the Brain Boost and the Eye Boost. And the reason I was doing all that was for prevention because of my age. I considered myself healthy, and I just knew these were great products, and I wanted to stay healthy. Well, when I really looked at my life, it's just like, well, yeah, but I'm not sleeping very well. You know, I get 5 hours of interrupted sleep, and that's about it. So 5 hours a night. So when we got the Brain Boost, then I added, Sleep Boost, and that really straightened out my sleep patterns. It changed the whole, whatever you call it, the clock. And now I'm getting about 7.5 hours a night of continuous sound, restful sleep. But many, many years ago, again, thinking myself very healthy, many years ago, I went to see a ear, nose, and throat specialist because I had a constant drip in my nose, constant. And so it was just really annoying, and my nasal passages weren't open, and now that I think of it, that might be part of the reason why I wasn't sleeping well. But anyway, he said my solution would be a surgery to remove a polyp in my nose and then be on nasal sprays for the rest of my life. Well, I didn't do either. I said, no, I'll just put up with this drip. Well, lo and behold, here it is 7 months after I started taking the product. All these products of yours, Dr. Prasad, my nasal passages are wide open for the first time I can even remember. So I wasn't looking for that. And so as Beth was saying, just, you never know, what things can happen in your body. I mean, I didn't even look at that as a problem. I just kind of accepted it as part of my life. And now I'm just breathing so freely now. And I'm so thankful for that. It's very strange when you wake up in the middle of the night and you find that your nose is completely closed, and I'm not a mouth breather. So anyway, Dr. Prasad, you can probably understand what I'm saying. Okay.
Yes,
But
yeah,
I thank you.
Great addition. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
So thank you. Now I'm sure I'll be getting a lot more oxygen, which I really need.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Linda. And for those of you that are kind of reading between the lines, Linda said, I considered myself fairly healthy. I just decided to take these products as a more of a preventative arrangement, and
Yeah,
then maybe
that's what it
go
is.
and look at what's happening. She realized that she was missing out on being able to oxygenate properly through the nasal passages. It's just wow, what an amazing story. Again, we've bounced around the body in our stories today. How many of the rest of you would like to come on and just share what's going on in your body as the micronutrients go in and support the body? So we've got Carol. Carol Bryan, your hand is up. Go ahead if you'd like to turn your microphone is on. Don't know if your camera is available, but we'd love to hear from you.
I just wanted to say that my night vision is back.
Wow, night vision
My
is
night
back.
vision
Tell
is
tell
back.
us tell us the rest of the story.
Well, I didn't even realize that it was, deteriorating. I just one day realized that I couldn't see as well as I used to at night. I had to keep on the glasses. Normally, I would take them off. So I said, okay, and this must have been about a year ago. And then I've been on the Macadeli just for 1 month. And I realized I wasn't seeing well with the glasses at night. So I had to take the glasses off. And I realized, well, that must mean that my night vision is back. And it is. I'm so happy. And I'm not on the eye boost yet. I've ordered it and I'm waiting for it to come. I have glaucoma and I hope it will do the same with the glaucoma.
That's great.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, Carol. Tell us where you're from. A little more.
Jamaica.
That's I knew that, but
That's,
here we are.
that's the place I want to go once in a
That's why I brought it up, Dr. Prasad.
Yeah.
We had a call last week, and there were so many people from Jamaica on there, kind of the islands down there in the Caribbean, and so yeah, we will be there before too long, Carol.
Too
Thank
long,
you.
yeah.
I hope so.
Thank you for
I'd
your
love to meet Dr. Prasad in person.
Yes, I'm very interested.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Carol.
That's it.
Who is next? Boy, we've gone from night vision to being able to sleep better, and Yvonne has her hand up, and she even turned her camera on there for just a moment.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Jeff, Dr. Prasad, the entire family. I'm a medical doctor in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to give this testimony concerning my husband. Oh, sorry.
Could you turn your camera back? There you
Yes,
go. Okay, perfect.
concerning my husband, concerning my husband, he had digestive issues and he was diagnosed with colon cancer in March of last year. So I actually started him on the Macro Daily, the original, the Macro Daily EMF, because at that time the Hydro was not yet launched. So he started it and he had surgery on the 29th of April 2023. And so he was on, by the time you launched the Hydro, he was on the Hydro at therapeutic doses. I had given him probiotic, not just the original one daily. I put him on it twice a day. I doubled his dose. I doubled also his digestive, the digestive, because since his problem was digestive, I doubled it. And so in August, he had to do a PET scan. This is post surgery, 3 months later. No, from the end of April, June, May, June, July, August, 4 months later, the oncologist wanted him to do a PET scan. We had decided, well, I didn't want him to go the original route of chemotherapy. And based on when he heard what the oncologist said, the hematologist, he himself decided that he didn't want to go on it. So he was on the hydro by now, and he did a PET scan in August, and it said no recurrent cancer, no metastasis. So he continued on the therapeutic dose for a little while, and then now he's on 9 and 9. And I put back his probiotic to 1 daily. And because I heard Dr. Prasad saying that, you don't have to stay on it forever, he still gets it. He gets it about 3 or 4 times for the week. And he's still on his digestive. And so he continues to be doing quite well. He's back to his usual self. He had taken off over 70 pounds, but he has put on back weight, and he's at his normal weight for height. But I had also radically cut him off sugar. He wasn't on any sugar unless he was having a ripe banana, or he was having some other fruit. And he was not on any red meat because I wanted him to reduce his glutamine as well. So he was off red meat, just chicken, which was hormone free, and also no antibiotics. And he was getting fish, lots of cruciferous vegetables, cabbage, broccoli, pak choy, um, cauliflower. He was getting other vegetables like carrot, okra, and so on. And he was getting a lot of juice, green juices. And so he continues on his program, although sometimes he wants to go back. He'd say, "Oh, I feel like I would like some ice cream," because he was off dairy as well. And he was off. Sometimes, occasionally, he will eat like maybe not so much beef, but maybe I don't know if you know about curried goat or a piece of pork, but it's not the norm because I don't buy those things at home. So he's doing quite well. And I just want to thank you, Dr. Prasad, for your
Thank you. Thank you for telling me story.
expertise, and everyone, and all the encouragement, Coraline as well, so yes. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
And thank you, Yvonne, for with a background like yours, a medical doctor there in Jamaica, and to come forward and share such exciting news for all of us. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start looking at some dates when we can come to Jamaica. What do you think?
Sure, we would
John?
love that. We really would love that.
All
That's the
right.
best time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get with Corleen. Thank you, Yvonne. That was awesome.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
Bye.
Oh my goodness, you guys. How exciting is that? Wow. So to have Yvonne here with us explaining those kind of things, really amazing. Anything else you'd like to add, Yvonne? Your microphone's still open.
Not really. I am trying to introduce it to some persons, you know, persons who I see need it, and especially persons who don't want to go the route of chemotherapy nor radiation. So,
Way,
yeah.
way to go. Well, just get with Corleen and Donald and the other people that are all helping there for Jamaica. So thanks, Yvonne. Wow, Dr.
Thank
Prasad.
you too.
We're over halfway done with today's story hour. What are other people's stories? Come on and share how the micro daily has impacted your life. This is just we've bounced all over the country. Pam Brown, Pam, if you want to go ahead and open up your microphone, there you go. And I don't know if you can turn your camera on or not. We'd love to see you. There she is. We'll add you up here as the spotlight. Go ahead and share your story with all of us.
Okay, for years I've been having trouble with AFib. And I kept going in the hospital more and more. So anyway, I got on Micro Daily. I've been on it for a year. And then the last time I went in the hospital, there was 3 doctors at the foot of my bed. And they said, you need to get this procedure done. It was a ablation. So he explained to me how they did it. So I ended up going to Cleveland Clinic and getting the procedure done. And I had been on Micro Daily a year. So anyway, after my procedure, the doctor said, are you in pain? And I said, no. And he said, well, you will be. I never was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, 3 months after your procedure, you'll go into AFib. And I'm going, really? Well, that never happened. And so I've been taking, like I said, I've been on it a year and 6 months. And it was a year, August 7th, that I'd had my procedure. And I have been doing well since.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Prasad, for your products.
You are taking probiotics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh, fantastic. So, Dr. Prasad, a couple of people sharing heart experiences here today, and we know something that's going to be announced here.
Yeah, in German. Yeah.
in Zermatt. So, thank you, Pam. I appreciate you being here, and
I
yeah,
hope she can come.
everybody needs to come to Summit. There's going to be a special announcement there at Summit, and I can't say anything more than I already have. But yeah, you're going to want to be there. So, who's next to share their story as to what the incredible Micro Daily products are doing as their body responds? So just raise your hand, open up your microphone. We would love to hear from you, and just share your story. That's exciting. We've just kind of bounced all around, haven't we, here today, Dr. Prasad?
Yeah, that's all kinds of things.
Lots of different experiences.
Yeah,
So it's
amazing though. It's amazing to hear that story.
Yes. Yeah, where a product that was originally created for the military has helped so many of the rest of
6 years. Took 6 years just to validate it. Product was already there for a long time, but until you test them, I was not going to do any marketing.
Well, now we've certainly got a lot of people that are experiencing it.
Unfortunately, you and were there, and David Nemelka, of course, and the whole team, Engaged Family. So I'm so proud of all of you that you have done so much to spread this health issue.
It really is exciting. It's kind of like a mission, a quest that we are on to just get this.
Yeah.
I know this last week we had a conversation with several doctors, and in that the questions that came forward to you, Dr. Prasad, it was just amazing. To have you answer the way that you did and have them receive it. And just like Yvonne here, a medical doctor out of Jamaica, these doctors are waking up to the fact that, there are answers. And let's see if we can't grab a couple of more here as they share their stories. If you feel impressed to come on this Sunday evening, just raise your hand or open up your microphone. Be part of this story hour. Everyone has a story, and we're looking forward for that next person. It just feels moved upon to share what's changed in their life. So, go ahead, whoever is next. Sometimes just a little silence is what people need to say, okay, I'm going to do it. And Tobia, thank you for raising your hand. Tobia is still out of Go ahead, Tobia.
Yes, Jeff, can you hear me?
We can.
I have to laugh at myself. How you doing there, Dr. Prasad?
I see you after a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute or two. Oh yes, family. For me, I'm not one a big testimony person, and all that. Y'all know that. Um, but I just felt inspired to share because something special has happened to me today that was beyond pretty much every day. You know what I'm saying? Usually I'm pretty energetic. I'm pretty, go, happy, lucky kind of like. Today was different. It was something that stood out. I felt like Superman today. Okay. Let me go back a little. And everybody know me. I'm a small guy. I'm tall, but I'm small. But that just goes that has nothing to do with your energy level from within, right? But I would just like, let me go back a little bit. I would just like to state that I've been on the micro daily products for 2 years, 1 month, and 2 or 3 days. Okay. Um, I haven't been to the doctor since I've been on the products to see blood work. I've been saying I'm gonna do that, but that's not something I'm a big fan of. I know getting older, it is good to keep up on things like that, make sure nothing's going on so you can address situations before you actually come down with some type of disease process. And I'm definitely a proponent of preventive maintenance. But I take the micro daily just for that. I took it because I'm into preventive maintenance. Um, I've been on this journey for 30 plus years myself, and the Micro Daily is my foundational product in terms of nutrition. I want to say that. So thank you for that, Dr. Prasad, and all you do and all you have done. But today my energy was just, I'm still just everywhere. I haven't eaten a thing, family. Something strange happened today. I got up early, 6 o'clock or so, started my day. Um, had water, you know, took some herbs first thing or whatever, and went out and got some workout outside done and everything. Came back in, had some watermelon juice. Okay. Now it's getting around 12 or so. And, I know I'll probably be eating in 12, 1, 2, something in that area. Cause I usually eat maybe once a day in most cases. And it's 2 o'clock. I'm like, wow, I am not hungry or nothing. I'm just energetic. Energy is flying. I'm sparking. I'm all over the place. Usually I don't cut when I work out the way that I did earlier. I usually don't cut grass that day. 4 o'clock in this afternoon, y'all, I didn't went out there and cut grass, been out in the yard. I'm still just beaming everywhere. And I'm just like, where is all this energy coming from? I mean, I'm not doing anything different. Around 12 noon, around the same time, around 11 today, I took the micronutrients. I didn't do anything different. But today, for some reason, the energy level was uh, just exponentially above normal. Okay. And I was trying to get some understanding on that, Dr. Prasad, if you can help me with that. I mean, what's going on? I mean, where did this energy surge come from? I mean, what goes on in the body when we get things like that?
Yeah, your level of oxidative stress and inflammation is very low. And that is one thing that interferes with the energy, because if your body is using a lot of oxygen, like you do exercise and things like that, that generates a lot of free radicals. But you are taking micro daily, and so you are protected from that. And at the same time, you are getting advantage of so I think the main reason that you are feeling so great, your body level of oxidative stress and inflammation is extremely low because you are taking this micro daily EMF.
That's interesting you said that because I remember at one point, this was really before the micro daily, but I remember going to the doctor, getting blood work done and everything. And I asked them to check for certain markers that usually they don't necessarily check, you know. But one of them was like C-reactive protein, checking the inflammation in the body, the potential inflammation. You know, that doctor, it's like almost, he was like upset because I wasn't on no medication, because I'm taking care of things and doing it myself. If something is off, I'll be back and I'll take care of it and you'll see it in the blood work, that type of thing. It seems like they kind of get mad at you, but it's okay. But it's just amazing how the doctor said you have, I don't know what he said. It was something near 0% chance of a heart attack or a stroke or something, just looking at the inflammation. Okay, so a lot of times they can tell from the inflammation within your level and your percentage of a heart attack or possibly a stroke or something. He said it was so low, it made him upset, really. He said, you really know your body and you're doing good or whatever. But that was even before, like I say, the micro daily itself, and I didn't add the micro daily to it. Can you imagine how much, like you already said, the oxidative stress and the inflammation is down that much more? So, it's just great. I had to say something because I'm just super excited. Still on high, family. I haven't had anything to eat. A lot of times we get caught up, family, thinking that you have to eat something physically. You know what I'm saying? You really got to eat. I'm burning, family, of micronutrients,
Thank you.
watermelon juice, off water. And I just had some coconut water when I came in to put my electrolytes back in because I'm so wet when I came in from cutting the grass and everything. So I'm just excited. I just thought I'd share that with you all. I'm definitely a proponent of preventive maintenance, and that's what it's about, family. Do not, family, wait until you come down with some issue before you add nutritional, and all the other host of things that you got to join with, taking the micronutrients as well, hydration, having good emotional balance, and keeping the stress down, and I said hydration. Nutrients in terms of the food that you eat as well. Just because we take micronutrients, family, don't mean you don't have to support the micronutrients by eating good and eating well. All right. I'm a holistic health practitioner, so excuse me, my mind is getting going and I'm already energetic and everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back over to you, Jeff, and you, Dr. Prasad. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for telling the story. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Thank you, Tobia. My goodness. Yeah. So to have somebody come on and just say, you know what, I feel amazing. There's a lot to do with that. It's just a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
So we've got,
I'm still functional. I mean,
yeah. Fantastic. Well, we've got two more with their hands up. We'll Alfreda out of Ohio is here with us, and then Bob Evans right after that. And thanks again, Tobia. So Alfreda, we'll pull you up here onto the screen. If you want to open up your microphone, go ahead and share your story with us.
Okay, it's on. So good afternoon, Jeff and everybody, and especially Dr. Prasad. Yesterday, myself and Barbara Barker, we did a health fair, and I was on the panel. So I got to talk about Dr. Prasad and his goals. And I was on the panel with other doctors, that represented cancer, a neurosurgeon, somebody that she was from the Alzheimer's group here at university hospitals. And it was interesting that, because they let each of us say a little bit. But the thing that I'm so thankful for, because I used to do vendoring quite a bit all the time. And because of the stress of it, physically carrying boxes up and down my basement steps, out the door. So you're packing, unpacking, and then at the end of the day, packing, and still I have to empty my car today. But in the past, my back would be so damaged and from inflammation, it would take me 2 days to recover from that. But yesterday I got up at 4 a.m. I think I took 6 micro daily, and I didn't even get to really eat anything until like maybe 5:30 in the evening. I just was going on apples and water. But when I came home, I think I took another 6 micro daily, and I went and laid down. And of course, this morning I woke up, no back pain, at all. Even when I woke up later that night, there was no more pain in my back. Because definitely for me, after doing all that, I would be in like severe pain. So I'm so thankful that we have such a quick recovery time. When your body is under stress like that, it really works immediately. And it was interesting. One of the ladies, because I did talk to them about preventing disease instead of waiting until you get something. Unfortunately, one of the ladies has breast cancer. I couldn't find her afterwards, but she had an appointment. Her doctor put an appointment for her to wait because he wanted to watch her breast cancer for a year later. which she was very upset about. She's like, I don't want to watch it for a year. I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to be one of the other panelists. She works with breast cancer patients and survivors. I think I may be able to get with her through Michelle. But that's what I was trying to tell people. I said, you need to take, like you say, start taking a supplement that, has patents on it that helps your doctor help you. We don't always have to wait because the doctor is just one person, and they're seeing hundreds, maybe thousands of patients, and they couldn't possibly be able to, give you like the very detailed care that you can turn around and give yourself by just doing some research and checking out and finding a product like you have developed. So it was interesting because afterwards we had about 4 or 5 more people come to our table that wanted information. And so we're going to be trying to follow up with everybody and answering their questions. So it was just really a good day, but I'm so glad that I am not in pain today. So I thank you for that.
Awesome. Thank you, Alfredo. What a story. And to be able to have the confidence to
see, Jeffrey, that kind of conference is very productive in terms of spreading our mission. And anytime suppose new person, we have lots of interest and they have questions through Jeff, I could be available to talk to them, to doctors, especially all the health expert. And so if you can arrange that via Jeff, then Jeff can contact me and then my timing, and then we can do that, address that questions,
Right.
But in that kind of meeting is many people don't know why you are taking it, what is the science behind it, and just telling that, oh, it is just like any other vitamins. For them, mentally, they don't understand it, that how much research it has gone through developing this and testing it, not just developing it, but also testing it. And so I think that would be anytime you have that kind of scientific group, because they don't have anything. But if they come to you and then ask you a question, then make sure that you follow them and say, yeah, if you are available, if you have some question, if you have some interest, we can arrange a talk.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alfreda.
Sure.
And thank you, Dr. Prasad, for offering that type of assistance to all of us here. Because that really is the way that we're going to get this information out into the hands of others. So,
I like to talk to skeptics, If somebody is negative, say, yeah, okay, I will try to convince you. But most of the time, if I can tell you, nobody is more skeptical than military scientists. And when I can convince them before even result and testing it, just on theoretical basis, probably I can convince most of the people. As you know, we gave so many lectures just to get approval, because without that, Congress is not going to give you any money.
That's amazing. Yeah, you're just saying, bring it on. You accept the challenge.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Okay. All right. Well, this looks like probably our last one here. Bob Evans has his camera on, his microphone open, and Bob, share your story here with us today.
Yes. That's Jeff. Hi, Dr. Prasad.
Hi.
Well, yes. I've heard my story before. I have MS. I'm legally blind, meaning I have less than 10% vision in one eye completely blind. So that's one thing. And MS has also disabled me that I do use a wheelchair, depend on a wheelchair somewhat, especially going long distance. I walk around my house with a walker. One thing that comes with MS is pain. And I used to suffer a lot of body pain. Along with that, you have these burning, spasms, whatever, all kind of stuff happen from time to time. You never know what is going to happen, with MS. So I have that. I lost my vision to optic neuritis, which of course caused by MS. But then secondary to that, I developed glaucoma. And with, of course, the glaucoma, came, as I was told, maybe because I was taking steroids for a while. They had me on a maintenance dose of steroid for a long while, for a few years, and then I developed glaucoma. From that, it seemed. Well, I was told that by an ophthalmologist. Now, what has happened since it's close to 2 years now. Sometime next month will be 2 years since I started the micro daily. And it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to see changes because I've always been, conscious of my health, doing a lot of healthy stuff, not on any medication. The only medication I take is a eye drop for glaucoma, right? That's the only medication. And because I don't need medication because I have nothing else wrong with it. So I've been taking stuff, being conscious of my health. Anyway, when I came across Micro Daily, introduced by Jonathan, because who had known for a long while. He after that, I started using it. As I said, about 3 weeks later, I really noticed a difference. Rather the pain that I used to feel every day because I had to be taking some other stuff, although natural, but taking stuff for pain like on a daily basis. I didn't have to. No, after that, my skin started, changing because people would look at me and say, "You look so well. I mean, you look so healthy." So those changes were taking place. As far as the glaucoma is concerned, I was running like not very high in comparison to others, but I was running like 12, 13. That was the pressure in my eye. Anyway, and that was going on for a few years. My doctor was treating me, constantly for that. And then when I started using the eye boost later on, the pressure went down to 10 when I saw the doctor. Next time around I went to see the doctor, it went down to 8. And she was saying, "What are you doing?" So what's happening? Some good changes taking place. So I did tell her I was taking some of these products, and I did mention one of her countrymen because she's Indian, and came up with these suite of products that I've been using, and so I did promise to take the eye boost to her next time I'm going back to see her, for her to look at it, to take a look at it. But the pressure in my eye is down, and this was after a while because everything didn't happen just at the same time. Just over time, I noticed the difference. Overall, I'm healthy. I injured myself sometime last week, but it took like my shoulder was injured, and at one point I couldn't even lift my shoulder, right? And then, but within about 4 days, right, that was resolved, right? And I know because I increased the amount of micro daily that I was taking, but normally I take like double the daily doses, but now I had to like triple up and all that. And and then with some little topical stuff, the injury went away. Then I'm able to use my hand again. But another thing that micro daily has done for me is relieve me of this anxiety because with MS you never know what is going to happen, when it's going to happen, and you always like you're waiting for the next shoe to drop. Well, I don't have to worry about that anymore, and understanding how it works in the body, I know I'm safe, I'm healthy, no issues. All my blood work the doctors say perfect, right? So I have perfect blood work and all that. So I'm doing very well, and I really have to thank Dr. Prasad and his suite of products for doing that for me. So I'm really happy where I'm at with using Microdaily. It's a wonderful product, and I really thank you, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Amazing.
What a story to end up on. Yep.
That's amazing.
Bob, my goodness.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our hats go off to you for just fighting through the MS. There's so many people that just give up. It's one of those diseases that you know a lot of people end up just checking out. You know, just leaving this existence early because of the anxiety that you just talked about, and to have you come forward and say, you know what, you're not afraid of that anymore.
Yes. Oh, and one thing I should add, I'm not in Jamaica now, but I'm Jamaican. So whenever you guys are ready to go to Jamaica, let me know.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
sure, definitely.
Bring you along.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Bob.
Okay.
That was amazing. All right. My goodness, Dr. Prasad, it's exactly 4 p.m. here in Wyoming, which means it's 3 for you, and 6 o'clock for those that have joined us. Yep. So, wow, the hour went quickly. You know, interesting as I was there listening to Bob, I had a little flashback to last night's stream.
Yeah.
I woke up thinking that I was dreaming that we missed it today, that I missed it, that it was 20 minutes after, and like everybody was waiting, and you know, and so I was just feeling anxious about today's call for some reason, and it affected my sleep. And to hear Bob talk about the Microdaily and how it's taken away the anxiety that he has from MS, I'm thinking, wow, you know what? I had a little anxiety and dreamed about it, but look at how well today turned out.
Yep.
Look at that. So
thank you.
Awesome. Thank you again, everybody, for being here with us. If you want to go ahead and open up your microphones, open up your cameras. Let's go to the gallery view so that we can see everybody. And thank you for the great notes that were put into the chat. Let's thank Dr. Prasad and wish everybody.
Thank you, Dr.
Prasad. Thank you.